Centricom Channel 10 Sports and Mid-Utah Radio, the sports leaders in South Central Utah, now present another exciting high school basketball game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the basketball court for simulcast coverage of high school basketball on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
High School, the Lady Wasps are hosting the Morgan Lady Trojans. Cam Wright joins me, Larry Masco alongside for this 3A Round 1 playoff action tonight. And as I get an overview of this kind of thing, my thought number one, Morgan, a high-octane offense. We'll illustrate that more, but I think that's an introductory point, Cam.
Yeah, they just will flat out fly and they will put up a lot of points. So you've got to do a lot of things. I know Coach Wallace takes a lot of pride in his defense and the things he'll throw out there. And the one thing about him, he'll throw out a gimmick to slow this thing down, and it may take a gimmick to slow Morgan down.
Well, and they're a team that Morgan comes out of a pretty good region, so it's not like they take on a bunch of pansies either by any means. A little different than 2A. 2A has a lot of those private schools and some charter schools and the like. 3A, it's a competition across the board. Tonight's ball game is presented by these outstanding sponsors. Azamite, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Centricom, Channel 10, and they are broadcasting tonight alongside, so we've got the video feed on that, Centricom, Channel 10. Garrett Honda, Central Valley Medical Center, Drew Bay Used Cars, Cache Valley Bank, Nephi City, Mount Nebo Market, Juab County, Intermountain Power, and Security Insurance. And we will name our Mount Nebo Market player of the game tonight for the Juab Lady Wasps. Check out their produce department, a superb variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. Why go anywhere else? That is at Mount Nebo Market. Nate Palmer also alongside doing the video, and his crew tonight. Appreciate that coverage as well. We'll take a 2-minute timeout here on our pregame show and then be back.
Azamite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azamite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azamite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azamite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centricom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centricom.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, proud supporter of Juab Sports.
All right, now let's detail just a bit more here on our pregame show with Larry Masco and Cam Wright about this matchup. Let's go into our bracketing first off for you in 3A Round 1. This one is with every half of the teams on a home site tonight. Juab, how they got to this point, well, you work hard during the season for one thing, and then sometimes you hope you get a coin flip, and that helps out too. Yeah,
that was a big coin toss. I know little anticlimactic from the stories I've heard on that coin toss that they still use the phone. I would have thought they would have video chatted something so everybody could see it, but it was just on the phone, and both coaches sitting in their office flip a coin. They tell them what it is. They say okay, and off they go. But it's a big deal between that second and third seed.
Did you see that game earlier this season when the coin didn't flip in a football game?
Oh, I did. Yeah, yeah.
At least this one flipped. That was funny. And that one. Well, anyway, back to the task at hand here. So Juab gets the home court tonight against Morgan. Other matchups, Richfield, Logan. Wow, they're up there. Tough team, too.
And that's the loss of that coin toss right there. Sends you to Logan.
Yeah. Park City at Snow Canyon. Pine View against Union up in Union. I think I'd rather go to Logan in there. Do you want to know the truth? Desert Hills at Stansbury, Bear River at Carbon. North San Pete at Juan Diego. Grantsville at Cedar City. Of course, the reason I can say that at Logan is I got family up there, and I don't have family in Union. So, but it is nice to have the home court feel. We talk about advantage, but the feel, the atmosphere, to have your home court here. It's maybe crowd as much as the court, depending on the foreign court. If the foreign court has, which I think in most of them in 3A now have some depth on the ends of them, but if they're a box that you've been in used to in your home court, it could be a little difference. But anyway, it just takes a little acclimation, and you hope to get the home crowd bound behind you. Yeah,
and you know, right now I think Nephi is just kind of a community that is basketball, in love with basketball right now ever since that boys win earlier this week, and that kind of set this town on fire with basketball. So I would expect not only a big student body here tonight, but a big just community following in the chair seats across from us.
All righty, here it is in Nephi. Let's cover what's happened in the 2A bracketing before we get down to some more specifics here. Earlier today, Emory defeated Mazer Prep 52-46. Delta clobbered Waterford 44-14. And what some people call a stunner. Didn't surprise me really, though, because you just got to say, these private schools, and boys, they can hold their own, some of them, because they recruit. The girls just don't recruit as much in 2A. And it was South Sevier, number 4 team, beating Layton Christian 47-28. North Summit defeated Manti 58-44. And then earlier Enterprise over Wasatch Academy 44-32. They've got a San Juan Summit game underway right now, which I think will be very competitive when we'll have Nate, when he gets a score on that one, pass it along to us, because I am kind of interested in that one. So there's what's happening today. Tomorrow it's boys action that will be going on as well. And maybe on our postgame, remind me, Cam, to cover that too, to kind of reinforce that, to let people know of those games tomorrow. But we'll get to that. It's our pregame show here. We'll talk about this Morgan Trojan team, the opponents tonight for the Juab Lady Wasps, when we come back in 2 minutes.
If you are a registered nurse and would like to work full or part-time for a reputable state-of-the-art facility, join the professionals at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. Central Valley Medical Center is a 25-bed critical access hospital with a busy surgical center and provides an attractive benefits package, competitive pay, and an excellent work environment. Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi is a convenient commute for most areas in central Utah. To apply, please visit their website at centralvalleymedicalcenter.com. That's centralvalleymedicalcenter.com.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Business owners, are you ready for a new banking experience? Then come to Cache Valley Bank and start your new account today. We offer online banking, check protection for your business, as well as assisting you with merchant services and loans. Our staff welcomes you to visit one of our branches located from St. George to Logan, including Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
The Nephi City Mayor, City Council, and employees are excited about the Juab Wasps this sports season. They would like to wish the Juab High School team, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body success during the sports season. The entire city fully supports educational opportunities and athletic competition in molding the future leaders of Juab County. Nephi City wants all involved to know that they're behind the school 100%. Happy to be a Juab sports booster, Nephi City.
Welcome to our coverage here on Classy FM and as well on Centricom Channel 10. Just want to mention, while it's on top of my mind, tomorrow's Juab Boys broadcast, that'll be on the Eagle, KLGL, for that coverage tomorrow night at Juan Diego. So file that away in your mind. It will not be on this station, but rather it'll be on the Eagle. Okay, let's talk about Morgan. Talked about them being a high-octane offense. Number 1 scoring team in the state, but they didn't end up number 1 in their region. They are a team that on the season was at 15-4 and 5-3 in their league play, finishing behind Juan Diego and Logan. But that's a strong league, very strong league right there, especially in those top 3. So don't take number 3 lightly in this situation.
You know, I looked, and this admitted was a couple of weeks ago before they had all played each other. But between the top 3 in that region, they had a total of 3 combined losses going into that. Now, obviously, they've played each other, and they're up to 6 losses between those 3 teams have 6 losses on the year. So those are 3 very, very good teams.
Yeah, good point. Kind of illustrates their strength as they come into this matchup. Juab ended up at 5-3 in league play, got that 3rd place seed. You got to face it, Carbon was the cream of the crop this year in the region, and probably the big hope for this region 12 as far as the 3A. And then Ridgefield and Carbon just kind of battled on and off in a sense, even when they weren't playing each other, jockeying around for that other position to get here to this point.
Well, and I think, you know, really good games between Juab and Ridgefield. As we mentioned, both teams won on their home floor there, so it did just come down to a coin toss. And both teams had their moments against Carbon, but Carbon just down the stretch. I mean, and I watched in person and on tape both of those Juab Carbon games, and Carbon just outscores you at certain points.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Kentucky Derby, the 1st quarter of the race. You know, you may be ahead, but when it's all said and done, here comes the thoroughbred down the finish.
And I do know that Carbon is one of the favorites in this classification to win the whole thing, along with Snow Canyon. And last year, Snow Canyon came here, Juab really walloped them, and then Juab got him again this year and beat him pretty good, even more than the score said this year. And Snow Canyon also a favorite, so, you know, that's why we play the game. Anything can happen.
All right, that's the matchup tonight. And that will be the Juab Wasps hosting the Morgan Trojans. Juab home court will be in the white uniforms. We talked about this Morgan team. Let's break down a little bit of the individuals for you here. For Morgan, what you'll be hearing tonight. Cade Morrell's their coach, 2nd year there. And they got a win against Skyview. It was a pretty big one in there. They also beat Juan Diego. And that's the thing about this Morgan team. Boy, if they start hitting shots, they can be lethal. Brooklyn, they have 2 players in double figures. Hurlbert is at 13.5 a ball game. Blazard is at just under 12.5 a ball game. Down Stapley and Van Dyke then at 6.5, and Cragen at 5.5. Now, being the number 1 team in scoring for a girls team, 58.5 points a game. That is a lot of points over a season.
Oh, I'll say that is a lot of points. When you figure that happens in 32 minutes, and as you mentioned, you know, that one, you see a big total like that one time, but to average that over, you know, 20-plus games in a year is something else for this team.
They average there then 13 points a game more than does Juab. Does that mean, well, you said, Jeff Wallace will try to throw some kind of a kink or a curve at him. You about have to. Your defense has got, you can't let Morgan get mid and high 50s tonight.
No, and it is a team that will just start to shoot threes, and especially Kate Blazard, who has 31 on the year, just, you know, under 2 3-pointers a game. I'm sure that Coach Wallace will have her marked and will do some things with her. But I would fully expect he'll still sit in his zone, but it extended in her direction.
And he'll know where her hot spots on the court are. I know during the warm-up she was shooting a lot straight away on her threes, pretty consistent on it. This is our Snow College pregame show. They're aggressive in keeping up with advancements in upper education. And check out the expanding online offerings at Snow College, snow.edu. It's our pregame show presented by Snow College. A 2-minute timeout and back with more here in Nephi.
The folks at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi strive hard to make your shopping experience pleasant and productive. With the new in-store pharmacy, you now have the option of dropping off your prescriptions and shopping their full-service store. There's their famous meat department featuring USDA choice beef. The deli has the best fried chicken around, and the fresh bakery cannot be beat. The produce department has a super variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. This all can be found at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
The Juab County Commission employees and staff are pleased to support the youth of the area in academics and athletics at Juab High School this sports season. They would like to congratulate the Juab High School team members, the coaches, faculty, staff, and student body on a great season and wishes them the very best this year. The county government fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. Juab County is happy to be a Juab Sports Booster. Go Wasps! The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Oh, hey, you know, every student's journey is important, and Snow College offers its students an epic adventure at an affordable cost. And what student doesn't want a quality education? Unfortunately, taking generals at a university sometimes makes you feel like just another number. But at Snow College, you can look forward to small class sizes, professors that know your name, and with a higher than average graduation and transfer rate.
Hey, Chance.
Oh, hey, what's up? You can continue on to the school of your choice. Begin your journey now. Visit snow.edu.
Larry Masco, Cam Wright tonight on our pregame coverage of Morgan and Juab here in Nephi. Let's size up the hometown Juab Lady Wasps for tonight. Jeff Wallace in his 4th year, and they had a big win against Snow Canyon that Cam had referred to. They did play some defense in that one, held that Snow Canyon team down in the 30s. That was a key that night. I'm sure you'd like to see holding this kind of team down around 40 or underneath tonight as well.
And he does it, you know, Jeff does it with defense. And for some reason, he does have Snow Canyon's number 2 years in a row. That little zone defense look that Coach Wallace will give him has really bothered Snow Canyon. Don't know the effects on Morgan as of yet.
Well, the key to a zone, well, there are several keys, but it's got to be active. They've got to have some lateral movement if you have players that can't move laterally. So those are keys, especially on the exterior 4 if you're running the 2-3 or 2-1-2, whatever you're running, those exterior 4. They've got to have some lateral movement because they have to shift pretty quickly and always be active.
And you know, it helps a lot with this Juab team, which I'm sure you'll get into in the length here, but really long. And Coach Wallace runs what looks like a 1-3-1, doesn't really move like it, but he has such length on those wings with Hannah Robbins and Autumn Kay that bothers a lot of teams.
Yeah, takes away the vision of the passing lanes for him, and very critical in that kind of thing. They come in 14th and 3A in scoring at 45-3. This is why their defense is important for them. At 42 points a game, they're 4th in 3A, allowing less points per ball game than does Morgan. The two seniors leading in scoring, they're both double-figure scorers. Riley Bryan at over 12 a game, Autumn Kay at about 11. Hannah Robbins just under 11 points a ball game, the sophomore. Taylor Williams and Taya Jones also at 3 to 4.5 points a ball game for this team. Rebounding, Kay at 5 and Robbins at 7.5 a ball game. And Hurlburt, we talked about her from Morgan, rebounding. She's at 8 rebounds a ball game in that department. So they've got some key rebounders there. I know Hannah's a sophomore, but I think how she holds her territory tonight, establishes herself offensively, handles her defensive assignment, could be a key when she's going against another post player that's got some presence.
Yeah, and she is a matchup. The one thing Hannah Robbins has really proven this year, she can step out to about 16 feet, and you've got to come guard her, which is a very difficult matchup for a lot of centers.
So that is the matchup tonight. Juab 11-9, Morgan at 15-4. And our coverage here on Class CFN. Again, that Juab Juan Eagle game, that will be on the Eagle. They're going to present the colors here. We'll take another timeout for this break.
Oh, hey, you know, every student's journey is important, and Snow College offers its students an epic adventure at an affordable cost. And what student doesn't want a quality education? Unfortunately, taking generals at a university sometimes makes you feel like just another number. But at Snow College, you can look forward to small class sizes, professors that know your name, and with a higher than average graduation and transfer rate.
Hey, Chance.
Oh, hey, what's up? You can continue on to the school of your choice. Begin your journey now. Visit snow.edu.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centricom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centricom.
Starting lineup tonight, Morgan Trojans here in Nephi. They go with 13, Morgan Cragen. They've got 15 to Catherine Klein, number 20, and that is Blazard. Brooklyn Hurlbert at number 21, and their starting lineup tonight. 24, Marcy Stapley, and you'll see a lot of Jalen Van Dyke off the bench for this Morgan team here tonight. Let's talk about tradition here very quickly. For the Juab Wasps, they'll be in the white team. Morgan's got tradition over the years. That's just the way the town is there. They're far enough away from Wasatch Front. The tradition is still kind of a small town thing. It's a Friday night event for them. They've got tradition just within the school. But I got thinking today, you know, Jeff Wallace, from the time he was probably 4 or 5 years old, he was sitting in front of a TV watching games with his dad, and I bet they were looking at strategies and scenarios then. This guy's he's 4 years in this program, but he's got a lot of years of coaching and a lot of years of coaching philosophy in his brain.
Well, and he really does, and you know, Jeff has been just extremely successful. 4 out of 5 times, 4 out of the last 5 years, this Juab team has made it to the semifinals. One of those years undefeated, a heavily ranked, number 1 ranked Morgan team at Morgan in this very game, and Coach Wallace was there for that. So I am sure he's aware of the things that can go on. But yeah, I think this is both two teams that take these basketball programs very seriously where they're at.
Okay, the Morgan Trojans visiting team, dark uniform tonight. Juab be white for tonight ball game here as we get it underway. We appreciate Snow College presenting our pregame show, and here we are on Centricom Channel 10, also simulcasting for us tonight here in our coverage as we're about to get it underway. Veteran officials, 3 of them tonight for this ball game, and I mean, these are veteran. Talk about tradition. These guys have been around. Well, one of them's been refereeing, I think, as long as I've been doing play-by-play, and that makes him 65 to 70 years old.
That's got to be Mr. Kromenhoek out there, who will be the lead official in tonight.
Okay, it's Juab basket to our left here as we are on the score bench side, and we've got a whistle and a timeout here real quickly. It was a referee to stop that play for a second. Juab to our left and Morgan to our right. Maybe the clock hadn't started. That was what the referee was concerned about, so he caught it pretty quickly. Into the post, Robbins, it's tipped away. She gathers, good hands to gather, turns around baseline, a little short on the shot, and a rebound foul early on for the Juab Wasps. That's going to be on Williams, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll be Taya Williams, did I say that? Not Taya Jones, Taylor Williams, and critical for her. She does tend to get in foul trouble, but does a very good job and is critical for this Juab team.
Now this, they've got a floater. They just talked about a little wrinkle here. We'll describe it as we get into it a little bit more. Kind of a floater in that zone. Here's the steal and taken away. And what they were doing right there, was with Taya Jones. She was floating to the ball. Wherever it went, she was kind of not tight pursuit on it, but she was taking away a passing lane early on, and it worked for a turnover right there. Out top, they ring pass to the angle left, kind of carried. They try to go inside, and it's taken away by Morgan. We've had turnovers both way. A Morgan push. He'll come to the right angle. That's out there wide. Shot on the way on a 3. That rims off. No good. Rebound tipped out far. Taken by Morgan. Rebound again. They'll try to penetrate. Come into the paint. Floater on the way. And that's good. Pull-up jumper. Tough one to stop, as that one is put in by Blazard.
And you just can't give up second chance points against this Morgan team.
Morgan with some pressure, and it's thrown away. You got to try to step in a little deeper, as Morgan does force the turnover. And then pass down in the corner. Penetration. Morgan likes to penetrate. Ball loose on the court. And finally taken away by Juab Wasp. So we've had some turnovers both ways already in this ball game. 2-0 score. Morgan early on. Pass angle left. Jones back out top. Set the play. Bryant, senior, comes into the paint, and then again losing possession of the ball, and a takeover by Morgan. Up, jumper on the way, pull-up jumper, skims off, no good. Ball tipped out, and the rebound pulled down out wide by Robbins, the sophomore.
And Juab did a good job getting back, and they got the ball where they wanted it. The Autumn K at the high post, just not able to control that time.
Come back out top, that's from the left wing to the high post, and they're going to get a foul here. Morgan is really trying to collapse quick when that high post flashes. And it'll look open to start with, and then they try to get a hand in there. This time they got caught in the cookie jar, and a foul on Morgan.
Yeah, and once again, Juab trying to get it into Autumn K at the high post.
It's on Klein. Passing the angle, penetration, and down into the corner. Set, shoot, hit. Two-pointer, I think. It's going to tie it up at 2.
But a critical shot. Taya Jones coming off the bench, and she's been able to shoot the ball very well the latter part of this season and really get teams going, or get the team going.
Head fake, drive, shoot, no good. On the angle near side, rebound. Here's the push on the drive, into the paint, on the run, up under, good! Sweet move to the glass for the Juab Lady Wasp. That was putting the burners on and taking it to the hoop.
And that's Autumn K, and she can just flat out do that.
So they take the lead at 4-2. Shot right side. Juab gonna, it goes way up high. Had good rebound position, didn't matter. Shot was missed anyway on the three-pointer.
Morgan starting out 1 for 5 from the field right here. Juab's been hurting themselves with turnovers. Morgan with missed shots right now.
Drive into the middle, get it to Autumn K. K's going to see some seams again, going to come down, put it up under. That one's falls short, and rebound Morgan. That was a little further away than the one before. That really wasn't a layup. About 6 feet away. Pull up, Blazard comes down into the paint. Boy, Morgan's really attacking and laying it up and hitting it and getting the foul call. And that is Hurlbert. She seems a lot like Autumn K in their style.
Yeah, just slashing to the rim right there as she was able to get there very quickly.
They're trying to attack early. Morgan is, I think they realize they want to try to get down there before Juab gets sets up in that D. And her free throw is good. Sweet touch on that, and the lead goes right back now to the Morgan Trojans as we seesaw back and forth first quarter. Again, some three-quarter pressure. Working into the middle. The angle right side. Down low to Robbins. Foul. Got her open. They did a good job of breaking the pressure that time. Committing the foul is Marcy Stapley of Morgan. It'll put Robbins at the free throw line for 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports.
Shot inside by Morgan. They got away with a walk call. Tie up on a jump ball after Robbins missed the first free throw. Got the second. Tied the game at 5. 4:32 remaining first quarter. Inbounds Morgan underneath their basket. And it's inbounds. They'll lob in. They did a double screen off and missed the shot. The rebound taken down by Juab. Good job ripping that away. Taylor Williams.
Yeah, just a really good job. Taylor Williams is just so aggressive and so physical.
Pass comes out to the right side. Now they'll come back to the near side. Case jumper is no good by Riley Bryan. And the ball tipped loose, taken back up. Ryan goes up for the layup, gets the steal, gets the hoop for the Juab Wasps.
And I can tell you, Juab right now not intimidated at all by this Morgan Trojan team.
Pass to the high post, down to the baseline. Shot on the way, that's short, no good. This Morgan team's a pretty good passing team. Right side, far side. Penetration, then back away by Kay. Left side, now they come out top again. Angle left. Jones gets it the far side, down in the corner right to Kate. High post Robbins, back out top. Left angle, down in the corner left. Williams, out top. Jones has the ball slapped, taken away. Steal by Morgan. And then trying to get it right back. Down to the elbow, shot on the way there by the Morgan Trojans. Jump shot, that's good. Hurlbert for two to tie it again.
Yeah, and just in rhythm for her, and she has 5 of the Morgan 7 points.
And then trying to break the pressure. Lob pass ends up with a bad pass and a foul committed by Taya Jones.
And really the first time Juab's shown any trouble at all with that zone, or with that zone pressure that Morgan's been putting out there.
That was too long a pass. Needed to close the gap there a little bit. So Morgan with the ball. 3:08 remaining here in the first quarter, tied at 7. Post flashes down, walked with it, got her. They got the second walk. They missed one earlier on. So a turnover by Morgan.
And once again, now it's a 2-1-2 look by Morgan. And Juab's been able to break that pretty much with just Riley Bryan.
Yeah.
And they do it again.
Especially on a 2-1-2 because that's Riley. No, she's not going to get trapped at midcourt. And so she just takes it on the dribble, beats the first player, and then she comes down the seam. So go to the line to shoot here. She was fouled while trying to put up the shot. And the first free throw is good. Senior, veteran.
And I'll tell you, Juab really revolves around Riley, and she's a key, but not so much with her shooting, but with her passing. When her passing is on, these Wasps are tough to beat, as a lot of Riley Bryan passes have such a small margin or a small window to get through that if she's on, she's deadly. If she's off, you get a lot of tip balls.
Little Russian roulette with passing. So with a 2-point lead for Juab, Morgan with the ball down by 2. Outside against that pressure zone. And then from the angle right, three-pointer. Wow, that's the way to break it. J.C. Jensen off the bench for Morgan to hit 3 and give them the lead at 10-9. Morgan goes to a different look out of that 2-1-2, and then they flatten it out some. Out to the angle left, pump fake. They're going to get a walking call on Taylor Williams. Pretty good scoring pace right here. 10-9 with still a couple of minutes remaining. When Juab can get in that zone defense, it's forced Morgan to do more from the outside. They did convert it that last trip up with the three-pointer. Here's another three-pointer from the far angle. That one rims off a little bit. The rebound. Robbins tipped it, but it comes down into the hands of Bryan. Riley comes left hand reverse. Down in the corner, right-hand side. Three-point shot. Rims off no good. Inside, little guy with a big rebound. And goes to the floor to try to save it. Jump ball call. As Taylor Williams was working hard.
And a lot of rebounds so far in this ball game for Taylor Williams. Both defensive. She just picks up her first offensive rebound of the ball game right there as Hurlbert comes back into the ball game.
Got a brief rest. She's back in. 10-9 Morgan the lead. Pass comes way out top and tipped by Morgan. Inadvised pass there. On the other end, shot no good. Charging call. Good call. I thought for a while he was just going to let it go without a call. And I don't know if he was waiting to see if the basket was made or not. I thought if it wasn't made, maybe just going to let it go. But he finally blew the whistle, makes the call.
Yeah, and usually you see that charge call very quickly.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll see a foul if they're going to let the ball go in and not call it if it goes in. But if you're going to call a charge, a little different there.
Here's the break of the pressure. A 2-on-1 at the other end. Get it off to Robbins. Robbins got the layup. Good for 2. I think they're going to find out. You can't. They think Autumn K can't handle the ball that well. They're going to learn their lesson pretty quick.
Yeah, and not only that, she's the fastest of the Wasps.
Pass comes near side, and Morgan throws it away. So it will go back. Juab Wasps, they lead here with a minute remaining, first period, 11-10. halftime show coming up, presented by New Charter University. Flexible pacing so you can progress at the speed at which you want. Against that pressure, cramming it down to get it to the right side. There was a lot of overload to that far side, but Juab able to break it, and now they'll go to work. Penetration, drive inside to Robbins, has to pick it up, come back outside with it. Now out top, Kay. Right side, far side, down inside to Robbins, goes up for the shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Morgan. Had a good look, couldn't quite drop the shot in.
That's one of those great passes there by Riley Bryan.
And then some touch on the ball, but Morgan pulls it down. Shot upside, no good, and a rebound. We've got a whistle away from play on Morgan. 24, Stapley picking up her second foul. She's going to come out of the ball game. Lazard will be back in. Full court pressure here. This is a man-on-man pressure to start with, and then they switch off on it. It was switching man there and making them pay. Good ball handling, and then taken out, tipped outside. Picked up by Durbin. Right-hand side, Bryan. Bryan rotating top, comes through to the near side, Durbin. High post, and then outside, long-range bomber, no good. And rebound taken down by Morgan, and then gonna get a foul call on the far sideline. Taylor Williams, that's going to be 2 on Taylor, is it?
Yeah, I believe that's her second on Taylor, and that will hurt the Juab Wasps, but Coach Wallace looks like he's going to let her play as he's going to try to get Hannah Robbins a really quick break here in conjunction with the quarter break.
So Tyler Wall will come in here and play. Some minutes right here with 27 seconds. Down in the post, and Wall's going to get called on a foul. There's a force inside by the Morgan Trojans. Really, the Catherine Klein kind of put that ball out exposed, but Juab standing up in the defense too much and not down low enough, and she stepped through. So she's going to go to the line here with 22 seconds remaining in this first period of play. And misses the first free throw. So she'll try to tie the game with her second one here. Juab in light-colored uniforms. Okay, lineup change. Jones comes back in, and it will be Taylor Williams out with the final few seconds of this first quarter of play. Second free throw was good. So we're tied again. Common occurrence, first period. Juab ball, basket to our left. Stutter step outside. To Kay at the right. Comes down the low block, turnaround, Wall, bank shot, rolls too long, rebound Morgan. I think I did right to another pass or two. Maybe Juab could have had the last shot. Shot from the angle right, no good by Juab, or by Morgan. Juab ball with him 1 second on the clock. And Morgan will contest this, so that's going to be the end of the quarter. So at the end of a period, we're tied at 11. Second quarter action coming up in 1 minute.
If you are a registered nurse and would like to work full or part-time for a reputable state-of-the-art facility, join the professionals at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. Central Valley Medical Center is a 25-bed critical access hospital with a busy surgical center and provides an attractive benefits package, competitive pay, and an excellent work environment. Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi is a convenient commute for most areas in central Utah. To apply, please visit their website at centralvalleymedicalcenter.com. That's centralvalleymedicalcenter.com.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
At the end of one quarter of play, 11-11, we're tied. We've been tied 4 times. We've had 5 lead changes in this ball game between Juab and Morgan in the 3A round 1. Trying to earn a ticket to the final 8 tournament coming up next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Larry Masco and Cam Wright tonight for the coverage. Morgan with the ball to start the second quarter. Perimeter passing top, near elbow, far angle, behind the basket. That's way out there though. Penetration dribble. Well, ball loose, picked up, then drive to the hoop. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, Robbins. Juab ball.
Morgan just shooting 30% on their two-pointers from the field right now.
Pass to the angle left. Durbin shot up. That's no good. The rebound. Robbins tries to pull one up and gets fouled. She's grinning about that one because she's, boy, I was really off balance on that one, and I got a foul call. So.
Yeah, just good rebounding, though, by Hannah Robbins to stay with that and get the rebound.
She'll go to the free throw line here at the 7:28 mark. Early in the second quarter of this one, and gets the free throw.
And Hannah Robbins, very great foul shooter, won a game at the state tournament last year with no time on the clock shooting free throws as just a freshman.
A substitution. Stapley comes back in for Morgan. They've got about 7 deep on their bench. Second free throw is no good. And then we have a whistle on the rebound. Brian?
Yeah.
Riley got that one.
Riley, and that'll just be her first.
Morgan ball to our right. 16 fouls both ways. Corner right, back to the angle, to the point. Corner right, from point. 2 passes away, makes it 1 point. Baseline drive, foul call. That will be on Taya Jones of the Wasps. Taya Jr. going to be back next year. So will Hannah. So will Durbin. So will Williams. Lineup change here brings Autumn Kay back in. And she'll play a lot of minutes tonight. Free throw line for the Morgan Trojans. Lazard, and hits the first one.
Right now, both teams shooting pretty well from the line. 60% from Morgan, 67% for the Lady Wasps. Morgan's percentage is going to go up with that make by Blazard.
So Morgan takes the lead back. Juab sets the offense. Ronnie Bryan triggering the angle left. Williams, far right side. Durbin to the high post to Kay. Autumn dribbles in once, comes down to the baseline, finds an open player. Shot, high archer, no good. A rebound taken down by Juab. Nice rebound backside. Taken down by Ronnie Bryan, and then ball tipped away by Morgan, back inbounds. For Juab Wasp, and Bryan will toss in. Far side. Top side to Williams, angle left. Now come from the Durbin pass out top. Bryan, Durbin, angle down low, near side. Durbin, high post, kick it back out into the angle. Set, shoot, hit, three-pointer. Nice pass from Kay. That's a big assist, among assists right there with that one.
And Taylor Williams continues to just shoot the ball well. Probably the X factor for this Wasp team.
Ball loose on the court. Taken by the Juab Wasp. They got a tip on it. Needs to get some help. Timeout taken by Jeff Wallace. He'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Business owners, are you ready for a new banking experience? Then come to Cache Valley Bank and start your new account today. We offer online banking, check protection for your business, as well as assisting you with merchant services and loans. Our staff welcomes you to visit one of our branches located from St. George to Logan, including Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
15-13 here with the Juab Wasps on top in the second quarter of play. We'll give you some score updates on our postgame tonight, by the way, on that 2A tournament going on as well. And give you some scores tomorrow morning on our high school sports wrap-up on our group of stations for you and tonight's coverage. Juab.
6 players on there for Morgan.
They got one off real quick, huh?
Yeah.
Knocked her off. Tip of the ball into the air, drive baseline. Kicked out on the baseline. Right now, North Sevier leading South Summit quite handily in their matchup. Earlier today, Emory Delta, South Sevier, North Summit Enterprise were winners in that 2A. Inbounds. Juab underneath their basket to the angle, little pump fake. Up, showed the ball, lost the ball. Taken by Morgan. It's looking a 2-on-1, and they'll work it down to the middle. Collapse there. Shot is on the way. No good. You know what? That player misplayed that offensively for Morgan. She did not attack.
No, and that allowed Autumn Kay just to use her length and bother the pass, and Juab was able to recover and get back.
They salvaged one right there defensively. Into the angle. Durbin comes down to Robbins. Robbins on the baseline. It skims off. The rebound bounces around, and it's taken down by Juab off the foot of Williams. Taylor trapped in the corner. steps through and makes the pass to Autumn Kay. Durbin to the post. It flashes through right in the paint. Nice pass to get it to Riley Bryan.
And Riley Bryan, the recipient of a good pass that time and able to punish him.
Biggest lead of the ball game. Juab at 4, lost out of, they say tipped away. Right now, Morgan is struggling a bit with Van Dyke in at a post spot right there. And she's trying to do more than she can in the ball handling department right now. She's a large-sized player, but she'll get it at the elbow, tries to step in, comes into the paint, holds up with the shot, comes out off the back iron and down through 4.
And good shot there by her.
17-15. Crossover, left hand, down to the baseline. Robbins will answer, no good. The rebound, Morgan had a good look from 6 feet away. Short corner, no good. Down in the corner, right-hand side, Van Dyke. Inside post, then back to Van Dyke in the corner. Tries to pump fake a little bit. Comes back outside. Blazard, work the near side here, and then he'll come back out to the top. J.C. Jensen. They keep working that in, get to the short corner. They have to come back outside with it again. Crossover dribble in the paint. They'll call the foul on, is that going to be on Taylor?
That is, and her third.
Yeah. She's got her third, and that means playing time now for Sarah Harmon to come in. Her first action here. And that's probably the end of this action. 4:26 remaining second quarter for Williams here in this half. Free throws for the Morgan Trojans. Good on the first one by Blazard. She'll try to tie the game here almost to the midpoint second quarter. Halftime show coming up. Presented by New Charter University. And she does. So we're tied at 17.
And probably a little quicker pace than Coach Wallace would like.
Okay. Oh, sweet shot. 19-footer from the right-hand side for a 2. Pass out to the point. Morgan, long three-pointer. Arching it up, no good. Tip up. Rebound, Robbins takes it away.
A deep 3 right there, and I think Coach Wallace will be happy if his Wasps can hold Morgan to shooting that kind of shot.
They might even hit a few of them, but percentages, it's just, they're way out there. Drive, little arm grab, nothing with that one. Right side pass down in the corner to Autumn Kay. Drives in, boy, there was a real arm grab there. And then the shot on the way in an air ball by Sarah Harmon.
Sarah Harmon, a real defensive stopper for the Juab Wasp.
Passing the paint, then down in the corner. Here's Van Dyke, air ball. Rebound tie up. So that time Harmon got in there to tie up on the rebound. Alternating possession will give Juab the ball at 3:29 remaining. After the air ball, substitution comes in for Morgan. Catherine Klein comes back in the ball game, and they'll bring out Van Dyke. She's struggled in this game so far. Tonight's coverage on Centricom Channel 10 and on the streaming sources, as well on our group of stations out of the Manti-Richfield area.
And they are just really beating up Hannah Robbins right now at that high post.
Yeah. They are working on that one, and we'll see if they keep struggling. They may end up getting a defensive call, and they're probably willing to sacrifice Klein in there drawing the charge, or the defensive right now. And here's Autumn Kay going to work again. The scoring machine hits another 2. Well, if they're going to work that hard on Robbins, she says, I'll make them pay. They can be in one-on-one isolation and go to work.
And this passing game really extending Morgan, which is opening up that inside.
And a skip off the glass. That was a reverse pivot and then pass to on the opposite side of the key for a layup for the Morgan Trojans. So after the 4-point run, shot at the other end, whistle. And we got a blocking foul on the Morgan Trojans. Juab up by 2 here. 2:39 remaining in this contest. First half of play in Nephi. Wall's going to get back into the ball game. And at the free throw line for the Juab Wasps, Lady Wasps, is Riley Bryan. Coverage tonight on Classy FM. Free throw no good.
Catherine Klein was the guilty one on that block call right there, which was a big call against the senior, as she also picks up her third foul.
She was the one doing a lot of the heavy-duty work on Robbins in the post. Second free throw good. by Bryan. Biggest lead's been 4. They lead by 3, and we've had a lot of lead changes in this one. We'll summarize that at halftime. Presented by New Charter University. Angle near side for the darker clad Morgan Trojans. Baseline shot, rims in, and finally goes down for Van Dyke. Finds her stroke on that one.
Just good ball movement that time by Morgan to stretch that, or to catch that Wasp defense where they could not recover.
I think that's a part of their tradition. They are a good ball movement team. Pass inside, taken away. Bad pass. Morgan had collapsed on it. They'll try the long pass far side. Little stutter step. Shot just inside the elbow. No good. And the rebound. Williams is fouled. That reach in is going to go on Van Dyke. But Morgan, it'll be the 8th team foul. Will go to the other end and shoot. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
The Nephi City Mayor, City Council, and employees are excited about the Juab Wasps this sports season. They would like to wish the Juab High School team, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body success during the sports season. The entire city fully supports educational opportunities and athletic competition in molding the future leaders of Juab County. Nephi City wants all involved to know that they're behind the school 100%. Happy to be a Juab sports booster, Nephi City.
Within 20 feet, do they? They put up a shot, no good. After the missed foul shot, 22-21, Juab lead, Juab ball. They'll come on the flash down. Okay, gets it out to Robbins in the corner. Works out top, Bryan. Bryan looks left, comes right. Leg check foul. That's going to be on Kate Blazard of Morgan. And again, free throws coming up. This will be from the line on a 1-and-1 for Riley Bryan. 9 team fouls on Morgan, 8 on Juab with 1:30 remaining second quarter. Bryan free throw, rims off, no good, misses the front end.
Riley usually a very, very good free throw shooter.
On the angle right, 3-point shot, no good, but it comes way back outside, so Blazard follows the shot. It's a rebound. Blazard in the paint, comes to the baseline, reverse it, and misses the shot, but then there's going to be the rebound foul on the Juab Wasp. Tyler Wall is the other player that shot, had inside positioning on her. Will put Hurlburt at the free throw line for Morgan. Into the game again will be Olivia Durbin, taking the place of Sarah Harmon. Free throw. Black iron, no good. And it's going to be Morgan ball.
And that
Riley Bryan just let it kind of go. She thought that it was last touch by Morgan. There was a lot of contact over there with the whole thing. Jeff Wallace talked to the referee, said, you might have had a better vantage point here from 40 feet away than he did from 3. Lineup change is Bailey Lorcher in for Morgan. Come into the short angle deep, no good. Rebound taken away by Juab. Minute remaining, Juab by 2 to Kay. Kay comes into the middle, skip under, put it up, no call, rebound Juab, or Morgan that is. They'll relay it up the far side, Blazard. Blazard trying to trade in. Her shot off the glass, good, and it gives Morgan the lead at 23-22.
You can see how they can be the leading scorer at 3A. They will get up and down, and they don't waste a lot of time before they shoot it.
Low block, whistle, and a foul. You know, years ago, Enterprise, I don't know if you remember, this might have been before your day and time. Enterprise would pass this boys team. They passed the ball forever under Larry Shirtliff Sr. before. We started keeping that stat, and we would count 40 and 50 passes in a possession. That's not what happened tonight with Morgan. Total opposite. Free throw. Dips off. You know, Juab's struggling a bit right now at the free throw line.
Yeah, troubling. It's been bad as of late trying to get just the last couple in.
They're only whoa, and then Robbins with a lane violation. No, that's Autumn Cave with a lane violation. Stepped in too quick. So it negates the free throw.
And Juab, we talked about it, was hovering near 70%. We checked it now near the half and down to 45%.
25% in this quarter. So Morgan the lead and the ball. 35 seconds remaining. And they're not going to protect the lead. They'll put up a three-pointer, and they'll hit it from Bailey Lorcher, who just checked in from the far angle. Biggest lead of the ball game for Morgan now of 4 at 26-22. Shot inside, and that is good.
Riley Bryan on the drive.
Pass on the right angle. Drive in, jumper on the way, 12-footer, and This Morgan team can shoot the ball. Brooklyn Hurlburt for 2. Quick. I thought maybe somebody would play for 1 here. We're going to get 4 shots in the time. I thought somebody might try to work the clock down. And a foul call at the other end with 2.5 seconds remaining is going to put at the free throw line Riley Bryan, the senior, with 2.5. We may get 3 more shots up before we get out of the half here the way we're going. Riley's free throw is good on that one. Finally breaks a bit of a drought there. You just don't want a team getting up by 6 on you. In this kind of a game, you don't want a team up by 6 on you at halftime.
No.
So these are key points right here. And Riley gets them both. So 26, 28. Morgan with 28. Timeout. Morgan with 2 seconds remaining to set up a play. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
The folks at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi strive hard to make your shopping experience pleasant and productive. With the new in-store pharmacy, you now have the option of dropping off your prescriptions and shopping their full-service store. There's their famous meat department featuring USDA choice beef. The deli has the best fried chicken around, and the fresh bakery cannot be beat. The produce department has a super variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. This all can be found at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
28-26, Morgan a 2-point lead. They've got 2.5 seconds remaining and take a timeout to set an offensive play. And I think if I'm a defensive coach, I'm Jeff Wallace, I'm saying, okay, look, we're going to contest it a little bit and don't let somebody just go up the floor without burning some time.
If you can turn them once, you're pretty happy.
And that's exactly what they'll do. They make the long pass up the court, shot from the angle right, no good. Deep angle right. So they made 2 long passes. Halftime score, 28-26, Morgan leading Juab. Our halftime show presented by New Charter University, employing fair and experienced faculty and staff ready to help you succeed. We'll be back with halftime stats and review coming up in 2 minutes.
The Juab County Commission employees and staff are pleased to support the youth of the area in academics and athletics at Juab High School this sports season. They would like to congratulate the Juab High School team members, the coaches, faculty, staff, and student body on a great season and wishes them the very best this year. The county government fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. Juab County is happy to be a Juab Sports Booster. Go Wasps! The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
You can do it. Begin your journey and enroll today at the New Charter University, a university with flexible pacing, a flat rate per course, with principles of competency-based education so you benefit from your years of experience, along with a fair and experienced faculty and staff who are ready to help you succeed. So begin your journey. A new day, a new you, New Charter University, with real degrees for real life. Enroll at new.edu or call 801-883-8336.
Our halftime show is presented by New Charter University. Website, new.edu. New Charter University, your degree, your way, in a school designed for you. And here at halftime, we'll do our game summary presented by New Charter University. A game in which we've had 8 lead changes and 5 ties, and the biggest lead has been 4, and both teams have had that. Shows you how tight the game was at. We had a bunch of those ties in that first quarter. It was 11-11 at the end of the first period. And then we've got, in that second quarter, 17 points for Morgan, 15 for Juab. So Morgan pretty close to on pace for their scoring average right here. Juab's a little bit above theirs. I'm guessing Jeff will also, maybe tweak a thing or two at defense. Maybe they got a few things they haven't exposed yet, tried to use. Maybe come out with that and try to alter some things in that third quarter, get the scoring down just a little bit. I think you just somehow you got to try to force Morgan to pass more before they shoot.
Yeah, and the way you do that, I think right now, is make them pull the ball out of the net. Because when they run is on missed shots and turnovers is when they've been able to get out and run. If you make teams pull the ball out of the net after you have scored, much more difficult for them to get down and get a quick shot because you've had time to get back and get your defense set up and going right now. And as we've talked about it, this zone defense that Coach Wallace has put out there tonight, when they've been set, it has been difficult for Morgan to get anything other than maybe a three or a deep three. But when they run, these girls can run and shoot on the run, and they have been very good at it.
So our score, 28-26 at halftime. Halftime show presented by New Charter University. Now, one of the unique things is they have flat per rate course offering. It keeps the cost down. You graduate with no debt. New Charter University. Those joining us maybe for a first time here in a broadcast. You've got kids that are looking at college alternatives. Maybe they're going to do junior college somewhere and then they're looking for a transfer or ways to get their degree. Someone maybe is in a career field already but looking to enhance their career opportunities. Check out things there at New Charter University. New.edu. Back with more halftime show in 2 minutes.
You can do it. Begin your journey and enroll today at the New Charter University, a university with flexible pacing, a flat rate per course, with principles of competency-based education so you benefit from your years of experience, along with a fair and experienced faculty and staff who are ready to help you succeed. So begin your journey. A new day, a new you, New Charter University, with real degrees for real life. Enroll at new.edu or call 801-883-8336.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centracom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centracom.
Halftime show presented by New Charter University. They're having a little fun here, Cam. You've probably seen them do this before.
Yeah.
Is it a challenge kind of thing?
Well, no. George Morgan, he does the announcing here on the public address. He just throws out, he'll just pick at random people, offer them $10 if they can go out and make it. As you saw, Gentry Mourner, the state champion wrestler, did make it.
Nobody else has done it since, but got a wrestler that could shoot the ball from midcourt. But I will mention he is a lighter weight wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Much lighter weight. 106 pounds to be exact.
28-26, our halftime score. Morgan leading Juab. New Charter University presenting our halftime show. Give some scores in just a moment, but let's go to our individual stats here with Cam Wright.
Well, and first of all, for the Juab, let's start with the Morgan Trojans. As they come into this ball game, and they're right now with scoring, Catherine Klein has 2 points. Kate Blazard with 9. She is the leading scorer for the Morgan Trojans. Close behind her is Brooklyn Herbert I'm never going to say that right. Hurlbut with 8 points. Marcy Stapley with 2. Bailey Lorchester with 3, and Jalen Van Dyke, who really struggled but then went to the bench, came back in, and she adds for 2. For the Juab Wasp, the scoring in this ball game is Autumn Kay with 6, Taylor Williams with 3, Riley Bryan leads all scorers with 11, Hannah Robbins with 4, and Taya Jones with 2 wraps up the scoring for the Juab Wasp.
All righty. So, and free throw shooting, they hit a drought there for a while, and it's more than a 2-point difference in this game.
Well, and it is. The Juab Wasp dropped down to 54% from the line. Morgan up near almost 70% right now, and that is probably the difference.
28-26 at halftime. And Juab already out here. Our halftime show presented by New Charter University. Sunrise Engineering will do our postgame show. Snow College has done our pregame show. New Charter University, flexible pacing there. You can do it at, make your time allotment there. Go at the pace that you want and progress at the speed at which you want. And flat per rate coursing gives you an idea of what it's going to cost you. You can project that out over time at New Charter University. New.edu. Another 2-minute break here in our halftime show. We'll come back with some analysis of the first half of play.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports. If you are a registered nurse and would like to work full or part-time for a reputable state-of-the-art facility, join the professionals at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. Central Valley Medical Center is a 25-bed critical access hospital with a busy surgical center and provides an attractive benefits package, competitive pay, and an excellent work environment. Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi is a convenient commute for most areas in central Utah. To apply, please visit their website at centralvalleymedicalcenter.com. That's centralvalleymedicalcenter.com.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Business owners, are you ready for a new banking experience? Then come to Cache Valley Bank and start your new account today. We offer online banking, check protection for your business, as well as assisting you with merchant services and loans. Our staff welcomes you to visit one of our branches located from St. George to Logan, including Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
New Charter University presenting the halftime show. 28-26, Morgan over Juab. Give you some other scores. Just hit a 1A thing here real quickly. In a few of the matchups there, they've got their state tournament going on in 1A girls. And Paiute and Valley won in some consolation action. And they'll have semis Duchesne, Bryce Valley, Monticello, Panguitch, Final Four there. 2A first round today, earlier on in girls action. Emory defeated Mazer Prep 52-46. Delta walloped Waterford 44-14. South Sevier 47. Lake Christian 28. North Summit 58. Manti 44. Enterprise defeated Wasatch Academy 44-32. Summit Academy, it could be a little factor here. They defeated San Juan 57-42. South Summit, North Sevier. North Sevier is in command of that ball game. And later tonight it'll be Millard and Roland Hall, and that shouldn't really be much of a contest there. And there's a 3A matchup that Cameron giving us a little bit of a wrap-up on that one already.
Yeah, it has just gone final now. Richfield travels to Logan and takes out the heavily favored Grizzlies there, 37-28. And as you mentioned, if you're going to get in a slow-down game, you don't want to be playing Richfield if they're going to turn it into a grind fest. And that's what happened. And I think we start to, the northern region just looks so dominant with those top threes, with Juan Diego, Morgan and their long tradition, along with Logan, who new to it but coming down from a higher classification. And maybe you're starting to question that maybe they were a little closer here than you thought they were, with Richfield going to Logan and winning that. You've got to expect Carbon will hold on and win their game tonight. And then this one could go either way right now that we're watching a dandy right here.
28-26, score at halftime. It's Morgan leading Juab. Halftime show has been presented by New Charter University. Your degree, your way, a school designed for you. We'll be back in 1 minute with second half action.
The Nephi City Mayor, City Council, and employees are excited about the Juab Wasps this sports season. They would like to wish the Juab High School team, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body success during the sports season. The entire city fully supports educational opportunities and athletic competition in molding the future leaders of Juab County. Nephi City wants all involved to know that they're behind the school 100%. Happy to be a Juab sports booster, Nephi City.
We're ready to go. Second half play. Morgan Trojans will be at the basket to our left, Juab to our right, Juab in the white uniform. Tonight's broadcast, Classy FM. Tomorrow's broadcast of Juab coverage against Juan Diego. Tanner Wilkinson will be joined by somebody that Cam knows. I think he might have known a little bit about a guy named Casey. He'll be doing the color tomorrow.
Yeah, I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
That's on the Eagle tomorrow for that one. Right here on Classy, also Centricom Channel 10 and our coverage. And if you're picking up streaming, whatever source you are on that one, thanks for joining us tonight for our coverage of the Juab Wasps. Ball goes to Morgan to start with. Turnaround, shot from the elbow, and they get an early entry pass to the high post. That was almost off like a set play. And they get the turnaround to take a 4-point lead early on. And they're coming out from pressure. Looking at almost a double team on the ball in the angle. Pass in the corner to Autumn Kay. Well, penetration, dump it out into the corner, tipped away, but then taken right back. So the Wasp needs their point guard to come get it. Angle right side, comes inside now. Robbins comes outside with it. To Kay, Autumn, little seam, but not enough of one. Goes back outside, high post, Robbins. Turns around, hits it right at the elbow for two.
And just Hannah Robbins now got a good clean catch at the high post and knocked that down. 15 feet, well within her range.
The high post at the other end for the Trojans. Klein. They'll cross over to the angle. 18-footer from the angle, no good. But again, a long rebound comes out to Morgan. Retrieved by Lorcher, who starts second half. Lorcher at the elbow, down low block. Turnaround, kind of a hook shot. No good, rebound Robbins.
Hannah Robbins bothered that shot right there.
By Stapley. Into the paint, put up the shot, blocked, taken down by Hurlbert. The other end taken by Juab. Well, it's kind of like we started the game. Turnovers like crazy. Far side for Juab. Basket to our right. To the point, now near angle. Kay sizes up. Puts it down the barrel and misses the shot and the rebound. Marcy Stapley. Juab looking for the early offense to the other end. Shot, set one, good. From the elbow extended, and 32-28. Morgan the lead now by 4. Walk across dribble. Morgan used some pressure. They have not used it in this extended pressure in that second half of play. They haven't used it yet. Little look fake to the baseline drive. Shot up and good. Pulled up by Riley Bryant.
Whichever team gets heated up here quicker is probably going to be the team that's pulling away.
And then Morgan saves the ball on the far side, but it's taken away and then right back. That ball's been all over the place right now, and then Robbins will get called on a foul.
That ball went almost out of bounds, almost stolen, almost blocked, and then fouled.
Couldn't find a home.
No.
Klein at the free throw line after it's all said and done for the Morgan Trojans. Third quarter action. Free throw, high archer, and it's out and no good. Second one to come up for her here. Deep crouch, high arch. And that one rimmed around twice and then went down. 33-30. Against the zone, far angle, down in the corner to Kay. Autumn, back to the angle and into the top. Near side, quick ball movement. Williams back to the top, Bryan. High post, Robbins. Angle, shot, three-pointer, good. Set shot. Robbins made the pass, found the open player, and Taya Jones for three.
Taya Jones with a big shot right there for the Juab Wasp to tie this score back up.
So we're tied at 33. First tie of this half. Drive inside. Robbins going to get a foul call here. They're taking it at her right now, and that's with Catherine Klein on a dribble drive. She'll go to the line. Klein at the line. 5:08 remaining.
Only the second on Robbins, so probably not concerned there for Coach Wallace. Although the rate at which he picked up those two is probably going to bother him a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to get into the third one here real quick. Got through the whole first half. Like it's what they're doing now, little spacing, and they come at her with a one-bounce drive and drawing the foul. Second free throw, bounces and bounces and bounces. And then last touched by Kay, but she couldn't find the handle, so Morgan will retain the possession after the missed free throw. Leading by one. Bring in bounds is Blazzard. They'll run a lineup at the free throw line and pass into the near corner. Come out top. Into the left angle. Deep in the angle left. Shot no good there. Rebound put back. That's no good. And another rebound put up. And that one no good. And Autumn Kay pulls it down and goes to the dribble. And the fans getting on the refs a little bit about all that activity down there. Kay gets it out top. Penetration in the paint. Hannah at the free throw line, a little bit short. Boxed out well by Stapley. And the rebound down to Morgan.
We talked about it. Morgan wants to run, and if Juab can make shots and get their defense set up, they make things tough.
At the elbow, drag the pivot foot, turnover on Morgan. Juab ball. 4:27 remaining. Third period. 34-33. Pressure now by Morgan. But no, it's just one-on-one pressure. They are putting right in the face of Riley Bryan now. Morgan Cragen defensively.
And that's going to bother the Wasp. Not so much for Riley scoring, which will hurt, but it takes her out of running the offense.
And then she gets it down. Did take her out of it right there. She made a cut, got the ball, passed to Hannah Robbins for two, and Juab takes the lead. Nice offensive set. They made movement away from Rice so that she could make movement back towards the ball. And then the pass down low, taken away. Nice little tip away by Williams. Bryan reverses. Comes out top. Right side to Kay. Autumn holds, looks inside. Goes to the high post with it. To Bryan. In, under, off the glass, out, rimmed off. She had a good little look. Missed the shot. Rebound Morgan.
Good drive there by Riley Bryan.
And the ball almost lost by Morgan, and they did. They stepped out on the sideline, turned it over on unforced error. Cade Morrill, I remember him playing high school ball. He's not real happy with his team on an unforced error. He says, this tight a game, we can't afford those kind of things.
Yeah, just a kind of an unforced error is all that was right there. As they just threw it, player wasn't ready.
Autumn Kay in the far corner. Skip pass down inside. A little banging. Oh, and then that's. I think it's going to be a Morgan ball. Turnover by Juab Wasps here.
Coach Wallace very upset as this game is getting a little bit physical right now.
It is. Plenty of contact. Still just past the midpoint in the third quarter. Ooh. Pump head fake. Out top to the high post. Turn around from the high post. Shot up. No good. Off the back iron. Rebound. Taken down by Katie Williams, who's had a good fair share of them tonight. Kay in the right angle. Comes into the paint. A little contact there. Three-pointer from the far angle. No good. Long rebound. Out to Morgan. Juab by one. Morgan with the ball. And they'll crank one up early at the other end. Air ball, but it comes down as a good pass. And then a rebound outside for Morgan. They'll create a third shot at it. That's off and no good. And a push foul on the backside. I think it'll go on Van Dyke of Morgan.
Wow, and Morgan just flying down the floor, throwing up a three-pointer right there. Looked like the tip back, it may have hit the black above the backboard. No call by the officials. Juab comes down with the ball anyway.
Check that player that shot that one real quick. Her last name's not Curry, is it?
No,
Okay.
no, but that's what it looked like, didn't it?
Pass in the corner. Autumn K. Check there. Out top. Riley Bryant flashes through. Shot blocked, taken down by Morgan. Here comes Morgan after the turnover. Off the block shot. Van Dyke gives it up outside. They'll set their play. Jensen and backside cut, baseline cut. Boy, nice one. Jensen did a good job of passing that to Hurlbert. So Morgan takes the lead.
Just back and forth we go. Oh, this time Juab not ready.
Hannah Robinson was not ready for that pass on the high post. So a turnover there, kind of an unforced one. Morgan with the lead in the ball. Come out top. Far corner. Doing some baseline cuts right now, getting some people open. Long bounce out on the rebound. Autumn K going to work one-on-one. Right side angle, hangs in the air, dumps it off to Robbins. Robbins off the glass for two. Back to Juab's lead.
Looks like Coach Wallace wants a quick 30 right here with the lead.
We'll take a timeout and be back in 30 seconds.
The folks at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi strive hard to make your shopping experience pleasant and productive. With the new in-store pharmacy, you now have the option of dropping off your prescriptions and shopping their full-service store. There's their famous meat department featuring USDA choice beef. The deli has the best fried chicken around, and the fresh bakery cannot be beat. The produce department has a super variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. This all can be found at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
Our post-game show will be coming up. Sponsored by Sunrise Engineering, serving clients in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona for over 30 years. You're joining us for coverage here, the Juab Lady Wasps and the Morgan Lady Trojans. Cam Wright joins me, Larry Masco providing play-by-play tonight in this coverage. Appreciate you joining us. A lot of games on our radio stations the next couple of weeks.
Just a great time of year for basketball at all levels right now.
Centricom Channel 10 and some streaming going on as well. So you've got a number of sources to pick up this broadcast tonight. Perimeter passing right now for Morgan against the zone. Come to the high post. They took to the baseline cut again there. Shot up and no good. And the rebound tie-up. Still a tie-up. Alternating possession. Be Juab's wall.
Well, it just kind of seems like whatever team's going to go on a little spurt is going to be able to pull away. Now, I don't think the way both teams are scoring, probably no lead is safe, but you just wait for somebody to go on a spurt.
To the high post to Robbins, off to the angle, set shot on a three. That's an air ball short. Rebound, Hurlbert. Crosses over left side. Lazard inside the free throw line, misses the shot. Loose ball picked up by outside by Van Dyke. Lazard in the corner, Van Dyke, three-point shot, and she hits it. And those can be critical in a game like this one.
Slow start for her, but Van Dyke, after she went to the bench after that first time in, she has come in and hit two big shots for the Trojans.
Morgan right now really extending out front defensively there with J.C. Jensen chasing on the ball. She did not start the game, but I can see why they use her defensively. They really use her to chase. Pass comes high. Low post, foul call, reach around to be on Van Dyke. And what's that going to be, 3 or 4 on her?
I believe that. That's
three,
going to be
3 on her.
4 on her. 4 on her.
It is now. Okay, 4 on Van Dyke with 9 seconds remaining in the quarter. She'll be out. Morgan leads by 2. Juab with the ball, 9 seconds remaining at the end of the third period. Crossover off the screens, and it'll have to come down in the corner. Little penetration drive into the paint. Whoa, a lot of contact. No foul as Bryan went up, and at the other end, Morgan a long shot. That's the end of the quarter. That was a pretty physical third quarter of play. 39-37, Morgan the lead. Back with fourth quarter action in 1 minute.
The Juab County Commission employees and staff are pleased to support the youth of the area in academics and athletics at Juab High School this sports season. They would like to congratulate the Juab High School team members, the coaches, faculty, staff, and student body on a great season and wishes them the very best this year. The county government fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. Juab County is happy to be a Juab sports booster. Go Wasps! The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools.
Well, we've got a battle going on here. And how it illustrates out, 39-37 at the end of 3 quarters of play. 11 lead changes, 6 ties. How about that one?
Yeah.
A little different than a game that North Area just polished off in 2A, winning their game 60-20.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, much different than that one.
39-37, Morgan a 2-point lead. 2-point lead at halftime, 2-point lead here at the end of the quarter, both teams with 11 points. But Juab did get kind of shaved down on the number of points yielded in that quarter. And trying to keep Morgan down under the 60 mark, and they're on pace to do that. Long shot, no good. Rebound baseline taken down. Juab. And they'll work up now with Durbin at the point guard spot. Penetrates, gets down in the corner to Autumn Kay. Kay's going to have to give it back up out top. 3-guard set right now for Juab. To the high post, Robbins. Now to the angle. Bryant comes in, draws a double team. Likes to look for the baseline, and then back to Robbins. Robbins with an 8-footer. Off, no good. Well, they got a good setup there, just didn't convert.
Yeah, great pass there by Riley Bryant, and to beat that double team.
Ooh, and they missed the defensive assignment at the other end, but the ball tipped loose, and then rebound on the court. That's up and a foul. Somebody forgot their defensive assignment on J.C. Jensen. She had the truck alley to go right down there and missed the shot, but free throws coming up here at 7:13 remaining. Sunrise Engineering will present our post-game show ahead of us. Free throws could be critical in a tight game like this one, and the first one is no good. Lineup change. Durbin comes out of the ball game, and Katie Williams is back in.
Katie with 3 fouls so far.
Second free throw is good. So 40-37. They didn't put that point up yet, did they?
No, still hasn't gone up.
Down low, whistle contact here on Morgan. I think they're going to whistle that one on Lorcher.
Great job by
3-on-3, Katie Williams.
Oh, I thought they were going to give it to her on the shot as she heard the whistle, threw it up, but they did not give it to her on the shot, so Juab will have to inbound.
Looking for their inbound set. Get it down inside, nice cut. Got the shot. That was a good away from the ball fake by Taylor Williams, and then made the drive to the hoop, got the pass. They were starting to run down to some tight wire right there, and she converted.
Yeah, good job by her. Didn't get the free throws on the first one, but now a chance to convert the old-fashioned three-point play.
That's off the back iron and no good, and lost out of bounds. Oh, they missed that call. They missed that one. Yeah, and he caught himself. My bad, he says. He just got his colors and directions mixed up. So beat Juab ball.
He knew what way he wanted to go, just didn't point it the right way.
I think another referee was going to step in and help him. Shot in the corner on 3. Yeah, got it on the inbounds play. They were worried about that cut. And so Juab converted by running a 3 to Ryan in the corner.
Riley Bryan just staying hot now. 16 points for Riley in the game so far.
They take the lead at 42-40 at the 6:50 mark. Down to the low block. Shot is up. That comes off no good. The rebound put back. We're going to have a foul. And I don't think that's, is it going to be on? No, it's not going to be on. Yeah, it is going to be on Hannah Robbins. Okay. That'll be 3 on her with 6 minutes 36 seconds remaining.
Looks like Coach Wallace is going to go to the bench.
Well, she hasn't had much of a break, so probably give her a brief one. First free throw bounces in. So Hannah will get a little break here. And Tyler Wall will be back in.
And I wouldn't guess this would be too long of a break here for Hannah.
Second free throw, no good. And the rebound, Autumn Kay. Autumn's going to go to the dribble. Autumn in the angle. Hard pass down into the corner. Pass cut. Rotation comes around. Make the pass far side Williams. Taylor penetrates in. Whoa, she really got bumped. Oh, and they call her on a walk. Wow. Yeah, I think I would have too. But been at the far end of the dominoes.
Yeah, it kind of bounced around off two different girls. And they get her for the travel instead of the foul there. So you can tell it's turned into tournament basketball. There's a lot of things get let go now.
Stapley, backside pass taken away by Autumn Kay. They tried to run the cutter down the middle, and it's stolen away by Juab. Kay makes the pass far side. Jones, top. Ryan back to Jones. Williams top. Penetrate down a step to Jones in the angle. Puts the head fake, comes from a baseline drive. Shot up, good. One-on-one move for the hoop.
And just a great drive by Taya Jones.
Long three-pointer on the angle right side. No good to rebound. Backside. They try to get it down low. Last touch by Juab, so it'll be back inbounds. Morgan underneath their basket. Right now, Katie Williams is playing a pretty strong game for the Juab rally here. 5:30 remaining. Timeout on the court. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Got our post-game show coming up, presented by Sunrise Engineering. Join us on Centricom Channel 10 and on Class C FM and our coverage tonight for that post-game show coming up. We'll take a look at our game summary, individual scoring, recap some more scores for you. We'll only have a very partial list of some of the action there. Down into the corner, baseline shot, no good. Backside, rebound, Autumn K, but it's tipped away Morgan, so it'll go back to Juab. Morgan really gets pretty tenacious down there on the rebounding end, even if there's a ball loose on the floor, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They really get after it. And right now, the officials letting that stuff go. And once again, they're going to extend that and try to take Riley Bryan out of the offense.
So Riley says, okay, just come up. J.C. Jensen's going to be all over me, so I'll come up with it. Autumn K. And the Autumn is posting up, but she's going to have to active in the post. Angle right, three-point shot. No good. Rebound. Fighting like crazy. Taylor Williams is really putting her heart into things right now. Almost got herself a rebound there with much bigger size in the paint. Penetration shot on the way. Rims off, no good. Rebound loose on the court. Hannah Robbins tried to save it, but can't grab it. It'll go to Morgan here after the. Morgan's had plenty of second possessions after offensive even after a tip down. They don't necessarily always get the rebound. They seem to get the possession here.
Yeah, just keep everything alive for as long as they can there.
Looking for the inbounds, and they get it backside. They had to float off. The shot no good, though, but the putback, that is up and good. Too many second opportunities. Catherine Klein converts for Morgan, and they get it to within 1 point at 44-43. Just inside the 5-minute mark. High post, Robbins loses it. The other end, they'll try to fast break with it. Come up the floor, layup good, and a foul. Committed by Taylor Williams.
And that time, I think Hannah Robbins just not ready for the ball once again. Yeah. And that pass, it wasn't very far apart, and it came really hot right there. That's sometimes tough to do to the big, and Morgan will punish you on the break.
So that is the fourth foul on Taylor Williams, and she has been critical in this second half of play at both ends of the floor. I think she's one you don't want to lose her tenacity right now. Free throw, no good. And the rebound taken down by Morgan again, and another foul. It's going to be on Bryant. They just seem to be Always looking to get to the ball there at Morgan. That was Cade Morrill's style when he was a player, though.
Yeah, right now the Wasp have got to do a better job on that defensive glass, as this lead has just crumbled on offensive rebounds alone.
So 45-44, shot no good. Rebound, Autumn K. Autumn works it up, gets it to the point, crosses over, and timeout taken by Coach Wallace. So the Juab Wasps, a full minute timeout. We'll be back.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centricom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centricom.
45-44 with 4:24 remaining. Full timeout by Juab. Each team's got a couple of timeouts left, and they're probably going to use them before this is all done. We've had well over a dozen lead changes now in this ball game tonight. We expected it to be a good close one, and it has been. It's got a battle at the Palace going on here.
Just right now, just coming down to stops, rebounding, all those little things. And now coaches are going to really start to remind their players it's the little things that are going to make the difference here now.
Williams stays in the ball game at the far side angle, back to the angle to her. Gonna overload that side. They'll rebalance. Come right-hand side to Autumn K. Autumn look for the drive. They take it down, but they come into the paint. A lot of contact there. And outside, head fake. Riley Bryan stops, shoots, and an air ball.
Wow, and as you mentioned, just every time the ball's in the paint, they are letting the contact go right now.
Oh, it's Morgan's turn with a 1-point lead here at the 3:50 mark. Let's see if they go a little more deliberate. They're kind of pulling it out right here with only a 1-point lead. So Juab's going to extend a little bit and put some pressure on Lorcher. And then they get it into the hands of Van Dyke. Pass comes down into the post, turn around, come up, shot up, and off the glass and good. That was Klein that hit that one. And Morgan's got a 3-point lead. Autumn K thinks about the shot, doesn't go with it. Bryan at the top, a 3. Comes off too hard. She gets her rebound, and that is going to be a foul there. They will get that one on Lorcher. You know, Riley is a little tired right now. I don't think Jeff Wallace feels he can substitute her out right now. But a good 30-second break probably wouldn't hurt her at all if she had a chance.
Yeah, I think what you see on the floor for the Juab Wasp is what you're going to see the rest of this ball game.
Ryan at the top, right side, Williams down in the corner to Autumn K. Oh, she missed. Now they try to go down. She was a little late, and she's not happy with herself. She says, I was late, and I didn't make the right kind of pass, and I had a person open in the low block.
And Taylor Williams right there was open.
Substitution. Morgan. Lorcher comes out. Jensen will come back in for defensive tenacity. For Morgan, they lead by 3. 3:05 mark in the corner to Robbins. Pass comes out. Jones. Williams. Now they try to make the cut down and throw it away.
Yeah, that time just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And a hard angle to get that to her.
So after the turnover, Morgan with it to Ryan. They come down in the corner, near side, far end, baseline drive. Ball loose on the floor for a moment, then picked back up by Morgan. Comes outside with it. Blazard off a screen, rolls right-hand side, and it's a moving screen call. Good call. But as the way things have been, I thought they may just let it slide, but they call Klein on a moving pick. As she stepped into that one, when the defensive player was already making the lateral step.
Yeah, and Morgan's coaching staff not happy with that, but I think that was the right call, as you mentioned.
So Juab with the ball down by 3. Right side, Bryant. Down in the corner to Autumn Kay. Going to put up the shot and hit it. You know, I kept thinking, Autumn's got to take that shot out there pretty soon because they're leaving her open for that, and she ties the ball game up at the 2:15 mark.
Yeah, just several times she has just kind of dribbled it up or looked away. That time, catch and shoot, she got it.
And then a rotation comes around, and a foul will go on Robbins as Van Dyke made a rotation cut. And she's going to go to the line now on a 1-and-1. It's a 7th team foul on Juab.
And maybe even more importantly right now, that is the 4th on Hannah Robbins.
So at the line, Jalen Van Dyke. We don't have any class things. Morgan does not list them in their roster, so I have no idea. Juniors, seniors, sophomores, and the like. Van Dyke hits the first free throw.
And I believe Van Dyke is just a freshman.
Second free throw, good as well. Hits them both. So at the 2-minute mark, once again, enters penetration down low to Robbins. Kick the ball by Morgan defensively, so we'll be back in bounds. Taylor Williams has had a real good second half of play. But right there, should have just gone for the layup herself. Would have been amongst some tall timber, but a timeout.
Oh, Coach Wallace tried to get it, and he didn't get it in time.
So it's going to be a turnover. He hollered timeout. So it's Morgan on the ball possession with a 2-point lead and a minute 50 remaining. Get it off to Jensen. That might be the one you want to pressure some. Now they go far side, Blazard back to Jensen. Double team on her, makes the pass and throws it away. It'll be Juab ball. It was not touched by Juab, despite Blazard thinking it was. I didn't see any touch of it by Juab.
No, not that time, as that just went directly out of bounds.
And a timeout taken by Juab, Jeff Wallace. And we'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports. If you are a registered nurse and would like to work full or part-time for a reputable state-of-the-art facility, join the professionals at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. Central Valley Medical Center is a 25-bed critical access hospital with a busy surgical center and provides an attractive benefits package, competitive pay, and an excellent work environment. Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi is a convenient commute for most areas in central Utah. To apply, please visit their website at centralvalleymedicalcenter.com. That's centralvalleymedicalcenter.com.
Well, it's a tight one. A ruckus in the rafters here, 49-47, with 1:32 remaining. Morgan, 2-point lead. Juab the ball out of the timeout. Try to reset some things offensively. Keeping them in the game. That three-pointer just a moment ago from Autumn Kay. Pass comes to Williams. Out top. Far angle. Back out top, Williams. From the angle right side. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Morgan. Pressure in backcourt, stolen. Shot up off the glass and good.
Riley Bryant, can you say enough as she just picks the pocket, lays it in, ties the game.
3-point shot from the angle right-hand side, and then the foul committed by Bryant at the other end. She bodied into Jensen. That's a little John Stockton thing. She showed one side and came around backside and tipped the ball away. And so it's a 49-49 tie that Jensen will go to the line with 1:03 remaining.
And I think Juab got the shot they wanted. That was one of those fouls that probably there was contact, but it was well after, didn't affect the shot, and the shot was well short.
Free throw is good on the first one. Yeah, when you don't go straight up, when you back into a player, undercut, you're going to get called. Second free throw here for J.C. Jensen. She gets 3 with just over a minute remaining. And they haven't swished. They've graded paint off the iron, but she's got 2 of them now and could give her team a 3-point lead. With about a minute remaining, winner moves on to the final 8. And puts that one up, and that one is swish. Well, she hits all 3. And another timeout on the court. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
New car, used car, Delta, Nephi. There's just one name you need to remember, Drew Bay. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you do business with Drew Bay. Drew Bay stands for world-class service with a hometown feeling. That's Drew Bay Chevrolet in Delta and Drew Bay Used Cars in Nephi. Make it a day to remember. Start your day at drewbaychevrolet.com.
Larry Masco and Cam Wright with our coverage here. Juab Morgan down to the wire. A minute 3 remaining. 52-49. 3 points on the free throw line by Jensen to give her team the lead, and it'll be Morgan with some full court pressure. Well, at least on Ronnie Bryant. They're going to play deny on her again by J.C. Jensen. But we're working in the hands of some of the other players. Drive in by Williams. They have to step through. Gets it into the post of Robbins. Ryan out to the right-hand side. The corner right side to Autumn Kay. Looks for the drive. Not there. Tried to go inside. Goes out of bounds. It'll be back in for Juab. Autumn needs to fake that pass left and then come around with the right reach around, bounce it.
Yeah, because they're really jumping right there in front of Hannah, but she's doing a good job of sealing him if you can just wait till you see where she's going to seal.
They're really getting the elbows right into her rib section. The baseline cut that didn't develop there, so the K in the angle. Down into the corner, 3-point shot, hits the side of the iron and rebound with 30 seconds remaining by Morgan. And a foul committed, and this is going to come down to free throws. And there comes Katie Williams, who's had a heck of a game, but she's going to foul out here with 27 seconds remaining, 27.8.
And that time she had a good look right there, did Taylor in the corner, just unable to connect on that one, then hustled after her own rebound, gets the foul. She's still on the floor. They have not notified her.
Free throw good on the first one. Now it's a 4-point deficit, turns it into a 2-score game. That's 5. You got to bring her out. Postgame show coming up, presented by Sunrise Engineering here of tonight's broadcast. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Azamite, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Centricom, Garrett Honda, Central Valley Medical, Jubei Used Cars, Cache Valley Bank, Nephi City, Mount Nebo Market, Juab County, Intermountain Power, and Security Insurance providing coverage tonight. Second free throw also good. How about the last 7 free throws from the free throw line by Morgan? Clutch team's doing it. They lead by 5 points. Biggest lead in the ball game. Timeout on the court. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Business owners, are you ready for a new banking experience? Then come to Cache Valley Bank and start your new account today. We offer online banking, check protection for your business, as well as assisting you with merchant services and loans. Our staff welcomes you to visit one of our branches located from St. George to Logan, including Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, and Nephi. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
The Nephi City Mayor, City Council, and employees are excited about the Juab Wasps this sports season. They would like to wish the Juab High School team, coaches, faculty, staff, and student body success during the sports season. The entire city fully supports educational opportunities and athletic competition in molding the future leaders of Juab County. Nephi City wants all involved to know that they're behind the school 100%. Happy to be a Juab sports booster, Nephi City.
Centricom Channel 10 on our coverage tonight on the TV and past the FM on our radio coverage. Streaming if you're picking it up somewhere. Juab down by 5. Working the ball offensively. Got a player in the open, comes into the paint, but misses the shot up. And the rebound tipped out. Going to have a foul call on Morgan on that rebound. That'll be reach over on Stapley. And it is a 7th team foul on Morgan. So it'll put, with the clock stopped here at 16.8 seconds,
Yeah, the last thing, and that's her 5th, and that was the last thing that Morgan wanted, was to stop that clock.
And Riley Bryan doesn't mind him taking a little bit of time on this one. Usually a free throw player likes to just dip up there, but I'm guessing in her mind she's going, I could just use a few deep breaths right here.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
So she goes to the free throw line with her team down by 5 and gets the first one without any problem.
19 now for Riley as she leads all scorers on both teams.
And a warning to the one player from Morgan for undercutting her at the free throw line. He says, I'll call that on you if you do that again. And she's got the second one. So they're within 3 at 54-51. Some pressure in backcourt. Side court. Foul will be called on Taya Jones, and that'll put at the free throw line Brooklyn Hurlbert for the Morgan Trojans with 13 seconds remaining. So critical free throws here for Morgan, but they have hit their last 7. They've hit 9 out of 11 in the fourth quarter. And that one's no good.
Brooklyn, the lone junior on this Morgan club.
Oh, you did find one with the...
Yeah, right here. Very young club. 2 seniors, 2 seniors, 1 junior for this Morgan bunch.
Second free throw, good. Makes it a 4-point spread. Timeout taken by Morgan Trojans with 13 seconds remaining. And we'll be back in 30 seconds.
The folks at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi strive hard to make your shopping experience pleasant and productive. With the new in-store pharmacy, you now have the option of dropping off your prescriptions and shopping their full-service store. There's their famous meat department featuring USDA choice beef. The deli has the best fried chicken around, and the fresh bakery cannot be beat. The produce department has a super variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. This all can be found at the Mount Nebo Market in Nephi, your hometown grocer.
55-51, 13 seconds remaining. 4-point lead, Morgan. Ball possession, Juab. In this 3A play-in game. Round 1 tonight going on at assorted sites. Richfield earlier punched their ticket.
Big upset there by Richfield to travel all the way up to Logan, who was the number 2 seed in that region up there, what some considered the toughest region, and to knock off that win.
Now you talk about tradition. Richfield's got some of their own too. You got girls that are younger sisters or been around neighbors and stuff that have gone through that Richfield tradition in the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years. It rubs off. Inbounds against some full court pressure here. Working it up on the dribble. They're going to try to deny it to Bryan. Here's the backside cut down the lane. 3-point shot going to be put up by Autumn Kay. Set, shoots, rubs off the iron. That'll be the ball game. 55-51 as the Morgan Trojans defeat the Juab Wasps by 4 here in this ball game. Never had a lead bigger than 5 all night long in this one between these two teams. So Morgan on the road defeats the Juab Wasps here tonight. Our post-game show is coming up, presented by Sunrise Engineering. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
The Juab County Commission employees and staff are pleased to support the youth of the area in academics and athletics at Juab High School this sports season. They would like to congratulate the Juab High School team members, the coaches, faculty, staff, and student body on a great season and wishes them the very best this year. The county government fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. Juab County is happy to be a Juab Sports Booster. Go Wasps! The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Dale Whitlock of Security Insurance continues to be the type of insurance agent that makes a difference to your family by offering United Insurance. Because United Insurance is based in Utah, they understand the risks, weather, and conditions that you experience. This is why they can offer superior coverage for your greatest investments. Give Dale a call at 435-623-2590 and ask about United Underwriters Insurance. If you've had a little bit of bad luck with prior insurance, or even if you don't have insurance now, give them a try. 435-623-2590.
Hi, I'm Mark Huntsman, Senior Vice President of Sunrise Engineering. I would like to thank all of our loyal clients and employees who have contributed to the success of our company. Sunrise Engineering has been recently recognized nationally in the top 500 engineering firms and as a recipient of the National Client Satisfaction Award 5 years in a row. We are presently expanding at Sunrise and are looking to add engineers, surveyors, and other support staff. To join our team, visit our website or call Sunrise Engineering at 800-560-6151.
Our postgame show presented by Sunrise Engineering tonight in our coverage on the postgame with Cam Wright and Larry Masco. You know, nobody outscored the other team by any more than 2 points in a quarter. 2 of the quarters were tied. They win by 4. Biggest lead was 5. 8 ties, 14 lead changes. This might have been a pretty close game tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was something else tonight. And I think we expected a close one tonight, and we got that close one. Kind of sad for the Wasps to see Riley Bryan, Autumn Kay go out that way, but you know, they've been part of this tradition, and they, even when this loss, this tradition will extend as there's a lot of young players coming up that see how to play in it.
So we told you about some of the amplification of that, and it was a second quarter and fourth quarter that Morgan outscored Juab by 2 in each of those quarters to win it at 55-51. So again, 14 lead changes. That's just almost crazy in a ball game. And so it is a 55-51 final here. Sunrise Engineering presenting our post-game show. We'll tell you about our player of the game. We might fudge and do 2 of them tonight. You think about that? I think we might just do that.
It wouldn't hurt.
We'll discuss it off air, but I think we already got a consensus. And we'll take a 2-minute break, come back and look at the stats.
Hi, I'm Mark Huntsman, Senior Vice President of Sunrise Engineering. I would like to thank all of our loyal clients and employees who have contributed to the success of our company. Sunrise Engineering has been recently recognized nationally in the top 500 engineering firms and as a recipient of the National Client Satisfaction Award 5 years in a row. We are presently expanding at Sunrise and are looking to add engineers, surveyors, and other support staff. To join our team, visit our website or call Sunrise Engineering at 800-560-6151.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centricom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centricom.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Our post-game show sponsored by Sunrise Engineering. See their office locations at sunrise-eng.com. Again, our final 55-51 tonight with the Juab Wasps succumbing to Morgan in a hard-fought ball game. Let's go to take a look at our post-game statistics now with Cam Wright.
And for the Morgan Trojans, who walked away with the victory tonight, you had Catherine Klein with 7 points. Katie Blazard with 16 to lead the Trojans. Brooklyn Herbert with 12 and Marcy Stapley with 4 Bailey Lorchester, and I never say that right, and you even practiced with me before, but Bailey had three, along with Jalen Van Dyke, who had a big 7 after she got it going, and then the J.C. Jensen with 6 points for the Morgan Trojans, and their total of 55 in tonight's ball game. For the Juab Wasp, the leading scorers were, well, all the scorers were Autumn Kay with 9. The senior goes out with 9 points, and a fine night for her tonight. Taylor Williams with 5. Hannah Robbins, the sophomore, has 10. She'll be back, along with Taya Jones, who had 7 tonight. And then leading all scorers on either team, Riley Bryan, the senior, who just really came back for her senior year. Didn't know if she was going to play, was going to try cheerleading. She came back, goes for 23 in her final game, for 20 in her final game. And just glad to see Riley have a great game as it's her final game as a Juab Wasp.
She had to work hard for those two.
Yeah, and she's a marked girl all year long.
Okay, free throw shooting. Here's an amplification. 4-point win, keep in mind here, for Morgan in this ball game. Percentages?
For Morgan, 67% as they go 20 for 30. For Juab, 9 for 16, 56%. And they made more free throws than you shot tonight.
Yeah, and they did 7 of them in a row. They were very good in that fourth quarter of play, pretty solid in the whole second half of play. And it spelled the difference in the ball game for them to win it at 55-51. Just ahead, we'll tell you about our players of the game, summarize a couple of other final results. We'll be back with that in 1 minute on our Sunrise Engineering post-game show.
Hi, I'm Mark Huntsman, Senior Vice President of Sunrise Engineering. I would like to thank all of our loyal clients and employees who have contributed to the success of our company. Sunrise Engineering has been recently recognized nationally in the top 500 engineering firms and as a recipient of the National Client Satisfaction Award 5 years in a row. We are presently expanding at Sunrise and are looking to add engineers, surveyors, and other support staff. To join our team, visit our website or call Sunrise Engineering at 800-560-6151.
Side-by-side multi-use vehicles are some of the most popular ways to combine work and fun. And for whatever challenge your day has in store, Honda has just the side-by-side for you. The new Pioneer 704, and you can see it at Garrett Honda in Nephi. The Pioneer 704 is the only side-by-side that features a pair of independently folding seats in the bed, so it can comfortably carry up to 4 adults. So come on down to Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi, and check out the new Honda Pioneer 704 today. Garrett Honda, a proud supporter of Juab Sports.
Sunrise Engineering post-game show, sponsoring it tonight. Let's go to Cam Wright. He'll tell us about our players of the game tonight.
And as you mentioned, we talked about it off air. We're going to go with 2 tonight. Mount Nebo Market's players of the game tonight, so they will both get 1 chicken tender meal, which includes 2 chicken tenders, 3 potato wedges, and a 32-ounce drink, of course, from our Mount Nebo Market. And tonight we're going to give them to Autumn Kay, one of the seniors for this Juab Wasp. 9 points for Autumn Kay in her final game. And then, of course, our other one, our co-player of the game from Mount Nebo Market will be Riley Bryan. 20 points in her final game as a Juab Wasp, and both of these girls have just played for a lot of years now, and it will be a different look for the Juab Wasp as these girls exit to graduation, and they will be greatly missed. Autumn Kay, congratulations, along with Riley Bryan as our Mount Nebo Market players of the game.
55-51 the final. Morgan over Juab tonight. The Juab boys tomorrow night. 7 o'clock game, 20-minute pregame. Tanner Wilkinson, Casey Wright will bring you that coverage. That'll be on the Eagle, KLGL, for that coverage tomorrow evening. In 2A today, Emory, Delta, South Sevier, North Summit, Enterprise, Summit Academy, and North Sevier winners thus far. Ridgefield a winner in the 3A. That wraps it up here, and we appreciate all of our sponsors. We covered those late in the ball game for you. That's it tonight from Juab High School.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school basketball action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.